how they've coped since the quake a month ago. The survey gives a picture of the kind of support they need. Asked what their greatest concern is, 45% said finding a place to live. And 41% said finding a job to earn a living. The respondents were encouraged to write whatever they liked on the questionnaires. One person wrote that every day is full of anxiety about whether they can go back home or whether they might have to find a new place to live. Another person asked for housing units where people from the same community can live together. Many people are in despair about losing their jobs. One woman wrote that her husband has lost his fishing boat and his income. Some say they are resigned to never reopening their businesses. A store owner wrote that no one would come to buy things at his shop because so many regular customers will have moved away. Another man wrote that he wanted his son to take over his business from him. Many people are struggling to decide whether or not to give up their old jobs. They want to stay in their hometowns to help revive their industries, but in reality they must start thinking of other ways to make a living to support their families. "27-year-old Motoyuki Takaizumi expressed his worries about finding a job. He used to cultivate scallops in Onagawa Town, Miyagi Prefecture, one of the best-known seafood-producing areas in Tohoku. Takaizumi says there used to be fisheries and aquaculture farms all along the coast. Takaizumi lost his home, 3 boats, and all his aquaculture equipment. Fortunately, all 5 members of his family survived. But they say they are exhausted from living so long in a shelter. Takaizumi is at a loss as to what he can do to support his family. He realizes that he must find a new job as soon as possible. But he has a strong attachment to the fishing industry in his hometown. Takaizumi is concerned that the entire aquaculture industry in his community will be destroyed if young workers like him give up. He says a young workforce is essential if the community is to thrive for another 10 or 20 years. He says people cannot speak about aquaculture over the short term, such as 1 or 2 years. However, his wife Miyuki is worried that the area might be hit by another tsunami. Takaizumi is now starting to think about leaving his hometown for the sake of his family, but he says he hopes to go back sometime in the future. Takaizumi says it will take years for the devastated areas to rebuild themselves. He says he wants to come back after watching that his children can grow up safely.